You see, so if you put some things into context, you go see, say, we're not bad like that. Of course, I know they can't talk, say we go win the AFCON. But as for group stages, we'll handle it. But what I always talk about competitions is that, look, luck has a major role. Look at England in the Euros. Somebody go play group, then they play Scotland, then they play Czech Republic. Then finish the group stages, then face Germany. That be the only good team they face in the knockout.
In the round to the final.
Then go land Ukraine, clean. Then go land Denmark, clean before they realize in the final. Same thing happened to them in the World Cup. Then go face Colombia, who were not Panama, Tunisia. Then go face Sweden before they realize they semi-final inside. You see, so even Ghana in 2006, some Ivorians would tell you, see, if they had a group on a level, because if you want the Czechs form in that World Cup, they were not the Czech team that we thought would be in that World Cup.
But after what they did to the USA, then we were afraid.
We were afraid. But if you go watch Cote d'Ivoire gets Argentina and Netherlands in a group. That one will be lucky. You see, so if we qualify from the group inside, by God's grace, we go land some Gambia in this thing. We can beat Gambia, of course. Then go fit give you problems, but it's a winnable game. Then we go land some Equatorial Guinea in quarterfinals. All of a sudden,
you are in semi.
You did semi-final inside. You see, so anything go fit happen. The draws in this thing, of course, you have to do your part and qualify from the group. But Charlie, football be football. We for take one game at a time, of course. From the knockouts round, you for take one game at a time. But we for understand, say we for manage expectations. If you say you don't want to make this team go win the AFCON, they be stretch.
First of I mean, everybody to talk about coaching. The talent we have. Daniel makes a point. He said the talent combination, the talent depth. Let me put it that way, is not as comparable to the ones we had in the past.
True.
How CK go figure the best out of this current squad? Because in terms of talent-wise, we seem to have some talented players. And if we get the mix right, this team could be very strong. From experience, from the teams where CK put out during the qualifiers, there seems to be a problem with the team. What is it? And how can we fix it?
It check like the whole problem be on a planning than preparation. So the talent, we know so we get talent.
Yes.
I think we've been blessed with that. But how we could structure on our own things, make sure we are inviting the right talent, not only waiting for European teams make them develop, give us, but how we could feel develop on our own, then track them. Then of course, how we prepare from one game to the other. Like if I beat your ideas from last AFCON up to now, what have we done to actually merit a championship game? Probably not much.
Because we can't say the team has gotten better. Exactly.
And if you check then the analysis now, everything check like, God's grace. Make we get better draw, make we get some Comoros, then Equatorial Guinea, then find our way through the back door.
I mean, that's one way of doing it, but that's not the surest bet of doing it.
But at some point, you go meet Egypt.
Of course you
go meet Nigeria. You go meet the top teams. Now,
because even England had to meet Germany at some point.
So we reach there now. Are we ready? When a performance then players where we get now, are we ready to face those teams? Because again, that for me, I think is the decider. But if you just want to go back door, then other things now. We go through the group stage, then maybe one of 16 quarterfinals. But they catch the top now. Are we ready? To match up with those talent and performance there? That be my problem.
And let's talk about the players we have, right? I mean, what is our best? One of the biggest problems, and Daniel and I, we've talked about this a lot. I think one of our biggest strengths in Ghana, if not our biggest strength, has always been our midfield.
Yes.
Right. And our midfield has always been dominant because we've always had the mix right.
Yep.
This time around, even though we have talented players like Partey, Kudus, Alfred Duncan, Baba Idrisu, Wakasu, every time we have gone into games, teams have dominated us in the middle of the park. It's like we can't get the mix right. What, in your opinion, do you think is the best mix of midfield three, perhaps, or four that we could possibly put out that would give the team the right balance?
I think it's the one area that I've even struggled to identify myself after CK's appointment. Now, if you ask you right now, what is the identity? What does it look like?
Right.
Based on the games that he's played. for me, it's tough to kind of conclude on what exactly who we are, how we attack, how we defend, how we transition between the two. It's tough. Almost every game, it check like it be different.
Right, right.
You know, so based on that, it's tough to say, okay, this is the profile of players where we need to play this certain way, attack and defend. So if you call players, again, it's tough to kind of go into line by line and say who is the right fit without not knowing what the identity and the style is. You can't just put up profiles of players there and call anybody. Only, I'm sure CK knows. He's the only one who knows how he wants to play and how to defend. But for us, we don't know. So it come to call up now. Everybody just guess, okay, this player is good, he's that, but
this
is he
one is
really
playing,
a good fit to how CK wants to play? That's where I think we are struggling with. Not everybody can play for Pep or you know, Mourinho or Klopp. Different style of players and different identity there. So it's like the same thing for us. What is the identity? How do we want to play? How do we want to attack? And then based on that, we can come up with a profile of players that we can say, okay, Fento is the best number 2 because we want him to attack the flanks, cover grounds up and down. That's where I think we are struggling to find. And every call-up is different. You know, one go, one comes. So I think from now until January, that's going to be CK's job. He's got some work to do for sure, but I think the talent and of course the resources that FA makes available for him is also very important. I think,
and not just money. You're talking human resources here.
Exactly. That's one of it. That's
reinforcement
facilities.
in the coaching department.
You know, where do we train? Cape Coast? No, not the best. All those goes into planning and preparation that I think we need to get right to just create environments that everybody succeed and that's how you perform at the elite level. But as of now, we haven't really done it since our last AFCON. But now we think, okay, we are ready to go win it. It's just not real, you know, in the football world here. So for me, that's where I think we failed to get right.
I agree.
The players alone cannot do the job. You can call the best players, but the environment is not right.
Coaching is important. You can't escape it. I mean, Daniel, I mean, this is something that we've talked about in the past. The fact that CK promised a certain brand of football, but what he's playing now is completely different from what he told us he was going to play. But ultimately, you have been a big advocate of it doesn't matter how you play, winning in itself is an identity. At the moment, the problem though is like we know if you win games convincingly. It's like every game, like we frustrate. It's like we are limping over the line each time. I'm not sure what the problem is, but anything where you win AFCON before, it doesn't matter whether they're playing exciting football or they're playing boring football. Like you know what they're doing. Like you can even close your eyes and mention who the starting 11 is. In Ghana, at the moment, we don't even know.
Look, another thing in fact, let me just start with what Baby Jet talk.
Yeah.
Which is a general feeling amongst Ghanaians. And I always say it, we think we want attractive football. That's
we think we want.
That's what we think we want. But trust me, if Ghana goes to the quarter final, wins on penalties, after playing a very boring game, we go to the semi-final, win on penalties again, go to the final, win 1-0 by an own goal. Nobody in this planet will jubilate more than Ghanaians.
That is true.
It's the trophy we want.
Yeah.
And that is football. Football fans only criticize the style when the results are not going in their favor. That is it. Mourinho was praised in his third season in his first spell at Chelsea. When results started going down, that's when people started calling them boring. That's when people started criticizing him.
That's true.
Seasons before, they were calling him a winner. They were calling him a master tactician.
But the football was the same.
You see? So it's the results that everybody wants at the end of the day. And that's what Baby Jet said. We won the trophy. We don't really care how we play. And that's the same thing the under-20s did. We criticized them until they won the trophy. And look at that Sunday night. Everybody was jubilating.
Even if you want to win, you still have to have a style.
No, you have to have a style. But you see, what is it? With tournaments, honestly speaking, you can be very pragmatic. You don't need to go into a tournament with a certain style. Because you can change it as it goes.
But to be fair to the under-20 though, we knew their style. It was Bim Bim.
No, you see, but Bim Bim is a style.
That's what I said. So I'm saying that there was a style.
Bim Bim is an identity.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that we knew their style. What is the style of this
I don't think CK's time, of course, he doesn't have a distinct style. But he's changed it. The Qatar game like this, we played some brilliant attacking football. The the Sudan game, we were in control of the game. We were not overly attacking, but we controlled that game. We dominated the midfield. We created opportunities. This one, we created opportunities.
South Africa at home.
South Africa at home.
That was Kwesi Appiah.
Of course, that was Kwesi Appiah though. South Africa away, you could tell what Ghana wanted to do. We defended very well, and the few opportunities we got on the counter-attack, we took them. But even on the counter-attack, we didn't overcommit. So you could tell that we respected the South Africans, of course, because of the state of our team on the day. So I'm saying that during the group stages, of course, trust me, we will beat Comoros easily. People will be happy.
Yeah.
We will beat Gabon. Maybe not easily, but we will beat them. As for Morocco, we don't really need to beat them because it's 6 points that you need to qualify. We will qualify. From after the group stages, I don't think it will be smart to go into games thinking of the style that you are.
You should think of winning.
I feel, especially when you go up against the more established sides, where we are at the moment, Nigeria are more comfortable playing their style or a certain style of football. Let me say an offensive style.
So you go in to contain them.
To contain them, go into try and find a solution to beat their. You don't go in and insist. And
so you are saying that we are out of touch with reality. We are not admitting where we are.
Let me comment. The style can change. Even at the top level, the style changes all the time. The principles and the concepts, they don't change. That be your framework. So once you establish those principles and concepts, the style can change. You can adapt to the game. No, I don't think any team plays one way through 90 minutes. Sometimes you win 2-0, you change a bit, you be a bit more conservative, protect your lead and manage the game. So the style, I don't think it's so much about the style. I think it's more of the principles and the concept here. Right now, if we say, how do we attack as a Black Stars team?
Do we go through the wings, through the middle?
How do we defend?
It differs through games. So you cannot pinpoint and say, this is how we do it, or this is how we do it.
But that's confusing then. As a coach or as a player, if the principles change all the time, then they'll look at the coach and say, you probably don't know what you're doing. Because you can't always change or adapt to your opponent. Yeah, there's maybe 1 or 2% you include your opposition team, but it has to be you. Can teams worry about us instead of us worrying about their teams all the time?
But that's where my thinking comes in.
Yeah.
Which is very important, of course. Yeah. What you've said is very
important.
Principles are important. Principles are
That's the
important.
foundation.
That's it. That's the foundation.
But
everything else can change.
National team football for me is very different from club football. National team football, you have a limited time together with the players. And that time you have with the players is geared towards winning a competition.
There are ways, though. You're talking about in person.
In person, of course.
Even when the players are away, you can still do some work with them via Zoom, via online.
Away, yeah.
Of course, but it's not as intensive as having them with you.
Depending on how you do it.
You see, I get you.
Yeah.
But when the player is not with you, remember that when the player is not with you and you're communicating with him, he still has club focus.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So his main focus will be what is happening at the club.
Until he shows up.
When he shows up, that is when he has your full commitment, full attention, and you can deal with him properly.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that period, that 3-week period, that 1 month period is geared towards winning a competition. You see, so
the preparation during that period is not about implementing a philosophy.
Exactly. How are we going to win this competition? When we face Morocco, we do this. When we face these guys, we do this. Yeah. And I'm saying, once you are getting me the results, I'm not going to criticize you for that.
Nobody can guarantee results, though. That's the thing.
Call your horses. I mean, and I'm not sure. I'm sure that you guys enjoy the debating here. Yeah. But what's more important? Make you have principles and build on them, like Faisal is saying. Or like in Daniel's case, don't care about principles, just care about winning. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter how you win. I don't know where you belong. But I can understand the two sides of the debate, though. Because from Faisal's point of view, if you have a principle to build on, then you can have sustained success. If you go Daniel's way, you win 1 trophy, you can go another 50 years without a trophy. I think that is basically where. But he just wants it now. Now and now.